Before we get to the show, can you just run me through your trousers? The length of them, for example.
They're quite long, aren't they? I like a long trouser.
What's that? What's happening with this?
She's giving me a hard time about my long pants. I don't like a short trouser unless it's really intentionally short. And
because they were long in the show, weren't they? They were big.
Yeah, I like a sloppy pant. Gives attitude, effortless, boyish. I like it. How long are your pants? Oh, see, they're cropped. They're intentionally cropped.
They're not long enough, not compared to yours.
They're fine. They just need to be a little bit.
Thanks, Stell.
A little bit shorter.
So, the show. Tell me, who is your woman this season and how has she evolved?
This season I was very inspired by the inspiring. So I was looking, at the beginning of the show, I was really looking at like the artist and the artist muse, and I wanted to make those women that bring so much to those artists and the creative drivers. I wanted those women to be seen and heard and accounted for and sort of put them on the runway, and so to represent them.
Are these women you work with, or...?
Yeah, I mean, God, I mean, for me, they're all the women all around me all the time. But I was a bit more specific when I started, and then it always becomes one big blob. But it was very much sort of looking at the creators, the creative icons, if you like, and looking at the women that actually fed them everything. And without those women, they would have been nothing. And so I just wanted to sort of put that on the catwalk.
Okay, the colour, and it was explosive, lots of energy. Was that what you were aiming for this season? There's so much colour.
Yeah, I don't normally put that much colour on, and I think when you think about those women, and I started looking at them, I thought they're not, apologising for anything. They're really inspiring, the inspirer, and they were just so sort of confident, and just ballsy, and I was just really... I was inspired by them, so I thought they're not going to shy away in the corner in a muted tone in the summer. They're going to come into a room and they're going to wake people up, and so I wanted to do that with the pieces.
I think with your fashion, you always have a sense of versatility as well, and clothes that can really work for your audience. And so which pieces would you pick out and say, actually, that's going to take me from work to picking up the kids to, that kind of versatility?
I mean, there was a lot in the show. I would say the piece, probably the shoes this season, just because they were all on the flat, so even when you were elevated in that clog, the wooden clog, and you had about sort of 4 inches, you were still on the flat, so you could still sort of run to the bus or, get to the school door just in the nick of time. And then that flat sandal that was beautifully nude on top and then had all this sort of sporty pump. I think the shoe for me is probably the piece that's really can come into your life really, really in an easy way.
Brilliant. And those clothes had a lot of bounce and energy, they're kind of pick-me-up clothes, right?
Yeah. It's summer. It's the pick-up season. God, if you're not picked up in summer with your vitamin D, then you're in trouble, right?
That's brilliant. Thank you so much. All right.
Thank you. Nice to see you.